Get ready for University of Georgia basketball.
I waited here for you for so very long. I waited here for you so long. I waited here for you.
All right, we got the shot doctor in the house. Chuck's on the floor working with the team as they come out of the locker room.
You don't want that for sure.
Oh man, you ruined the vision.
No. Because this shot doctor, all he's going to say is, just keep shooting it, shoot it. If it touches your hand, shoot it.
It wasn't a great shooting first half for the Dogs.
Not at all.
Let's check the first half stats. Ole Miss by 14. Georgia shot 27%, 7 of 26. 1 for 12 on threes, 5 for 10 from the foul line. Ole Miss shot 39%. That was not, extraordinary by any means, but certainly better than Georgia. 4 of 13 on threes, 31%, and 2 for 3 from the foul line. Yeah, rebounded the Dogs by 1. Pardon me. Georgia had 10 first-half turnovers in the game. That was bit problematic. Ole Miss turned some of that into points. 11 points off turnovers, only 5 for the Dogs. Points in the paint, Ole Miss 16 to 10 for Georgia. Bench points, 11 to 3 for Ole Miss as well. They lead just about every category you can think of. The leading scorer for Georgia, Samto Surreal and Smurf, each with 6 points. And for Ole Miss, A.J. Storr, the guy that had 27 in the first game against the Dogs, he has 11. He's the only guy in double figures on the floor as Ole Miss leads it by 14. Chucky?
Well, the one thing I said, these guys had 12 steals. Ole Miss had 12 steals against Texas last night. And so I want to see us do a good job of protecting the ball. They've got 7 steals now at halftime.
We'll see what second half has in store for Georgia. Do they stay or do they go? SEC tournament, it's win or go home. So we'll see how the Dogs do, down 14, 34-20 as we start the second half next on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Okay, let's see. Spring brings?
Flowers.
Nope.
Oh, allergies.
Nuh-uh.
Oh, deals on the entire Toyota lineup at the Ready, Set, Go event.
Bingo.
Get $1,500 in loyalty cash bonus on a new Toyota Tacoma or Tundra Hybrid. Offered out through March 31st, 2026. Offer entitles current Toyota truck customers to $1,500 loyalty cash bonus on the retail purchase or lease of new Tacoma or Tundra Hybrid vehicle. Cash may be used only towards a down payment or capitalized cost reduction on the new vehicle. See dealer for details. Toyota, let's go places.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Landmark, we sell land, timberland, farmland, and recreational hunting land across Georgia. As a family-owned company with over 40 years in the timber and land industry, we know how to get results. We help sellers every step of the way, from property evaluation to marketing and closing. And we help buyers find their dream property, too. Landmark, serving the Georgia landowner. Call us today at 478-452-5180 or visit landmark.com to subscribe or send us a direct message.
If you miss any of the segments or interviews on the Superstations, go to the website, thesuperstations.com. Podcasts are available from The Bill Shank Show with the weekly guest and the hourly segments. And don't forget, if you're out of the Georgia area, you can listen live to the show anywhere in the world. Just log on to thesuperstations.com and click on the stream you want to listen to. Don't miss any of the Georgia sports talk. Just go to thesuperstations.com. It's Georgia men's basketball on the Superstations.
Dogs got to play catch-up here in the second half, trailing by 14 points. The largest halftime deficit Georgia had all season was 16 against Florida, and that was in Game 2 in Athens. They trailed Ole Miss here by 14 as we get underway in the second half. Ole Miss with the basketball first. They work on the left end of the floor now. Scott on a drive on the pass from Comardine, and the layup against Blue Cane is good.
Well, and
extend the lead to 16.
That play worked perfectly because it left us with a mismatch defensively.
James Scott now with 5 points for the Rebels. Dogs with their first offensive touch. Left corner three. Stagg skims the iron. Rebound. Catchings on the weak side. He goes back up for a dunk and gets fouled. He'll go to the line. 2 shots for Cannon Catchings on the way. Foul was on James Scott, his second. And Cannon to the line. 65% foul shooter this season. Catchings came into this game smoking red hot. Had 32 points last week against Alabama, and then followed that up with 23 points in the win over Mississippi State last Saturday.
And 18 of those came in the second half. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Missed the second free throw there.
Made the first, missed the second. That's been the story for the Dogs here at the foul line. 36-21, Rebels lead. Ole Miss basketball. They lob it to Scott underneath. He's pinned in too deep underneath. Santo holds his ground. He misses the lay-in. Dogs with a rebound. Quick three from Blue on the other end. Won't go. Rebound Rebels. Dogs 1 for 13 on three-pointers tonight against Ole Miss. We got to find the bottom of the basket on some of these Scana Energy three-pointers, or it could be trouble. Pinkins distributes one hand to his left to Comardine. He drives into the lane, spins around, feeds Perry for a three. He hit his head of the key three. That's the third of the game for Travis Perry, the former Kentucky Wildcat. 39-21 now the score. 18 points. Santos falling down in the lane, grabbing his left hip. Slowly got up, grimacing in pain. There's a three by the Dogs. Cannon with a Scana Energy three from the left wing. Only our second of the game. We need a lot more of those, don't we? 39-24. We come with full court pressure now against Ole Miss. They beat the press up to Comardine. Drives in, misses a one-hander in the lane. Rebound, slapped over to the Dogs. Stagg has it, brings it up the floor. Hands it to Catchings, to Smurf. Distributes to his right to Blue along the baseline. Throws it back out, head of the key to Catchings. To his right to Smurf, who misses a three from the right wing. And one of the Ole Miss guys got whacked in the head, apparently. Perry on the floor, rolling back and forth. And another guy, too, Comardine. He's squatting down, shaking up on the play. Not sure what happened to him. Ole Miss has got 2 players shaking up.
Santos a big guy. Did he get 2 of them?
Is his wingspan that long?
They're going to check it.
Perry's on his back down to our right. Ole Miss's coach and trainer are out to help him up and escort him back to the bench. Now he's up and walking. Face is a little red. He must have got whacked in the face there. Oh. Look at the replay there.
Wow.
Ooh, left elbow right to the temple, it looked like. As Santo was trying to clear space, Perry was right behind him on his left shoulder, and Santo swung that left arm around and caught him in the head with his elbow.
It's going to be at least a flagrant one at the very least.
Officials are at the scores table across the way, taking a look at the previous play. We'll remind you to listen to all things college sports, including live games and talk on Sirius XM College Sports Radio Channel 84 and streaming on the Sirius app. And that was a serious whap by Santos Surreal into the head of Travis Perry at that time. We'll see how the officials rule on it. Ole Miss with a 15-point lead with the game stopped for the moment. It's 17:54 remaining here in the second half. Oklahoma and Texas A&M are the nightcap tonight here in Nashville. They're
taking a
staging
long look
and
at
ready to go at it as soon as we're done here. Yeah, they are taking a long look at it.
Now they're going to talk it over.
Doug Shows, Owen Short, and Todd Austin are officials.
I always wonder after the three of them look at it if they, then poll the three and then see what they think.
Well, the officials are going to talk to the head coaches now. Owen Short talking to Mike White. Todd Austin talked to Chris Beard at Ole Miss. Oh, flagrant two. That's not good.
And so Somto's being let out.
So we heard him tell television next to us here that's a flagrant two. And here's the announcement from Doug Shows. I think he's going to wait a little longer because I guess TV's in a commercial break. Were we supposed to take a break with them? They jumped into a break. There was no indication. Flagrant two.
Extreme contact. He's gone. He's ejected.
So that's the second time Somto will be ejected this season. He got ejected in the Florida game.
And that was in the first half.
For flagrant two down in Gainesville. And if that's the case, they haven't made the announcement yet, but that's what we're hearing. This will be the 8th disqualification for Somto this season, and the second time for a flagrant two foul.
After further review, the common foul has been upgraded to a flagrant two. Number 2 for Georgia has been ejected.
Wow.
2 free throws in the ball.
Well, that's a killer.
That does hurt. There's no question. And let's see what the Dogs have. What's ticking inside their chest, and because it's going to require all of that and then some now to overcome this.
So Travis Perry lining up at the left free throw line to shoot the foul shots. A flagrant two, upgraded to a flagrant two foul on Somto Surreal, and that comes with an ejection. So there, Somto going up the tunnel, and the free throw by Perry goes in and dips out, no good. Perry's a 94% free throw shooter. That's only his second miss all season. Then he hit the second one. So he's got 10 points in the game. Somto's gone, and the Dogs are down 16 now, 40-24.
And the Dogs are going to come out here with a little pressure. See if they can't start to ramp it up. Look, everybody's going to have to, do their part now. That's for sure.
Ole Miss has the basketball. Full court pressure by the Dogs. Comardine against a double team in the backcourt. Skips it over the timeline. Dia wide open in the left corner for a three, and it's good. Nobody was on him. And he's got 10, his first three of the game. And it's 43-24. Catchings inside the arc. Deep two on the right side. Off the rim, no good. Rebound, James Scott for Ole Miss. Outlet to Pinkins. He sprints into the front court, into the lane. Tries a layup from the left side. That's no good. The rebound is touched out last by Ole Miss. It'll be the Dogs basketball. Mop guys quickly came out on the right end of the floor trying to mop up down here. Now Georgia's coming down quickly, so they got to make a hasty
quick exit. Yeah.
43-24. Who saw this coming? Blue hesitates on the three. Now he'll shoot it and miss it off the rim. Rebound tapped by Ole Miss, controlled by the Rebels. Perry. Comardine has it as he walks it over the center line. Perry has it. Skip pass to Scott. He'll give it to Dia on the right wing. Stagg guarding. Back to Scott. Quick handoff back to Dia. Left hand dribble. Spin move. Left edge of the lane. Jumper good from 10 feet. Here goes Malik Dia. He's got a dozen.
21.
Ouch. Dogs are in danger of their largest deficit of the season. There's Stagg with a three, a Scana Energy three to stop the bleeding at least temporarily from the right wing. Dogs with a steal. Catching steps back for a three and hits it. Back-to-back threes for the Dogs.
Boy, that takes it from 21 down to 15 in a hurry.
A lot more work to do, 45-30, with the Dogs with back-to-back threes, including a steal and a bucket. Dia with a three. He answers quickly for Ole Miss. He's got 15 now, and it's 48-30. Dogs try a long one by Smurf. Draws iron, and the rebound goes to the Rebels.
Well, if we could get Smurf and Jeremiah cranked up to go with Cannon right now on the three-point line, that would certainly go a long way.
Rebels have the basketball. Dia puts it on the floor, works against Stagg, jumps through the lane, jump pass into the corner. 6 to shoot. Pinkins has the ball, trying to back down Smurf. Double team, turnaround fadeaway two, draws iron. Offensive rebound, Scott under the basket and throws it out to Dia. They extend the possession. Dia works around Stagg. Wow. Was that a travel or was that just amazing footwork? Dia gets the lay-in. 50-30. Ole Miss back to a 20-point lead now. Smurf's got it. He's covered up by Comardine. He finds help in Stagg, who dribbles towards the basket and lays it up against Dia. Kareem Stagg now with 8 points for the Dogs, 50-32. Now the scoring is coming fast and furious, but the Dogs are in an 18-point hole. 50-32, Rebels in front. Perry dribbles on the logo, middle of the floor. Bounce pass goes to James Scott. He's matched up defensively with Absent. Out to Comardine for a three. Ole Miss stroking it from long distance. They're hot from three all of a sudden as Comardine connects. 53-32. Absent in the paint. Kick out to Catchings for an off-balance three, right corner. Off the iron, won't go. Rebound, Comardine under the bucket. Skips it down the baseline to Perry. Blue swats it away, but it's retrieved by Ole Miss. They shovel it into the corner to Pinkins. He doesn't pull the trigger, goes up the wing to Perry. Perry dribbles, middle of the floor. To his right, lobs it to Comardine. Blue Cane defensively, extends the arms. Comardine puts it on the floor, turns it over on the dribble. Bounces right to Absent, up ahead to Blue. Dogs have numbers, pull up three, straight on. Back of the rim, no good. Kane gets his own miss, follows with the rebound. Jump pass to Smurf, left corner three. Here it comes, we miss again. Off the rim from Smurf. Rebound, Ole Miss. Dogs 4 of 22 on threes tonight. 53-32, Rebels in front. 13-12 to go in the ballgame here in the SEC tournament. Comardine overheads it to Perry to his left. Perry, left of the circle, puts it on the floor and drives through the lane. Quick rotation by the Rebels. Pinkins, floater, right side, good with the right hand. First points of the second half for the freshman, Patton Pinkins, whose dad is an assistant with the Ole Miss Rebels. 55-32, Rebs wearing out the Dogs here in the tournament. Blue for three, good, he ripped it from the right corner. Blue Cane with his first points of the game with 12:36 remaining. 55-35. Ole Miss inbounds to Comardine. He sprints into the front court. The runner all the way to the rim. Off the iron, no good. And the rebound knocked out by the Rebels, and they're winded. And we've got a timeout. But they lead by 20. 12:26 to go in the ballgame. It's Ole Miss 55, Georgia 35 on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
You need all the energy you can get for game day. Luckily, at Georgia Power, we know a thing or two about saving energy. We understand that energy costs are an important part of your budget. That's why we're dedicated to providing tools and assistance that can help make a difference, so you can save your energy for the game. Visit GeorgiaPower.com/myenergy to learn more.
Days a year, just call us up, we'll be right there. Our service is guaranteed. As you make, we take great care. Our experts are always there for you and your family's needs. When you're ready, just can't wait. You can always count on Sinead.
Scana Energy is a proud partner of Georgia Athletics. For every three-pointer scored by the Bulldogs, Scana Energy will make a $25 donation to the University of Georgia General Scholarship Fund. Scana says, go Dogs. The three-point shot has not been falling for the Dogs tonight. Just 5 of 24, 21%. Ole Miss, 8 of 17, and they lead by 20. They had a 23-point lead a couple of seconds ago, and that matches the largest deficit for Georgia this season. Texas led the Dogs in the game in Austin by 23 points. Eventually, the Longhorns beat the Dogs that day by 20, 87-67. But Ole Miss matching Georgia's largest deficit of the game. Who would have guessed that?
Well, you know, I hope that I certainly hope that the team is not guilty of what I'm guilty of. I showed up here thinking that we just show up, announce we're Georgia, and leave here with a win. You know, that's not the case, obviously. And we have not, you know, I'd like to think that the players knew that having lost to Ole Miss, you know, back in January, that this was going to be a tough game tonight. And I do think that of the players, but I also think that we have just had one of the worst nights shooting the basketball that I've seen all year.
Well, if it keeps up, yeah, it will be the worst. We're at 30% right now. Our worst shooting percentage this season is just under 35% in one of the Florida games. But we're barely at 30% right now. Dogs with the ball down 20 and 12:23 remaining to do something about it. Dogs with possession. We've lost Santos Surreal. He got whistled for a flagrant 2 foul and ejected from the game. Wilkinson back on the floor for the Dogs along with Bailey. Jeremiah with the dribble, 7 to shoot. Lost the dribble, picks up a rolling basketball, fires to Bailey. Step back 3 with 2 to shoot. Ripped it good. Justin Bailey hit a Scana Energy 3, and he beat the clock. First points of the game for Justin.
And the only problem with that is we can't afford to burn clock. I mean, I'm glad to see the 3 go. Wished it gone a little earlier. I want to see us come down, get shots off, and hit them.
55-38, Ole Miss leads. And the Rebels turn it over.
Dribble it off their foot.
Yeah, Big Dia dribbling in the corner against Wilkins, I think. And it went right out of bounds on the baseline in front of their bench, and now we go into a timeout, the under-12 timeout with 11:33 to go.
That would happen. We'd have to stop play just as we start to kind of get a little momentum going here.
55-38, Dogs trail Ole Miss here in the SEC tournament. Back to Nashville after this timeout on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
The Dogs are heard right here. This is the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
In sports, every second matters. In life, your time is your most valuable resource, and your decisions matter. I'm Lee Perkins, owner of J.L. Perkins Wealth Management right here in Macon. Our team has been helping retirees and pre-retirees all over Georgia make the most of their time in retirement by making the best decisions. To learn more, text Next Phase to 478-475-2050, and I'll send you a free copy of my Next Phase book. And we'll show you how to make your next phase your best phase.
Whether you're tailgating in Athens or camping under the stars, Campers Inn RV of Byron has you covered. Family owned since 1966, we've got fifth wheels, travel trailers, and motorhomes, including Class A, B, and C models. Plus, the largest selection of Grand Design, Tiffin motorhomes, and Forest River RVs in Middle Georgia. So, Bulldog fans, make your road trips legendary. Visit Campers Inn RV of Byron, off exit 149, just east of the interstate. Campers Inn RV, where Dog Nation hits the road.
Now, back to Georgia men's basketball on the Superstations.
Ole Miss in front of the Dogs here in the SEC tournament, 55-38. The 15-seed Rebels have led all night over the 7th-seeded Bulldogs. Their largest lead, 23 points, coming just a few moments ago at 55-32. That matches Georgia's largest deficit of the entire season. The shot just hasn't been falling tonight for the Dogs, who are on a 6-0 run here as we went into the timeout of the last minute or so. But Georgia shooting just 32% for the game. Got to start hitting some shots without Somto in the ballgame, so there's no inside presence. At least from a Somto standpoint.
No, you're right. From a dominating standpoint, which is what he is. You take him out of there, there's a dominating presence for the Dogs right in that middle that's gone.
Dogs 5 on the floor. Wilkins, Bailey, James, Jeremiah Wilkinson, and Jordan Ross. Ole Miss with Dia and Comardine. Corey Chest is back in the game along with Travis Perry and then A.J. Storr. Dogs have the basketball, bring it up the floor left to right here. 11:28 remaining in the ballgame. The winner gets Alabama tomorrow. The loser goes home. Wilkinson for three. Ripped it right wing good. Jeremiah. His first three of the game, his second basket. He's got 5 tonight. 55-41. Ole Miss. 23, cut to 14. Chest holds and hands to Storr. Head of the key, goes left to Dia. Right on the three-point line. He hands off to Perry with 8 to shoot. Bailey pestering to Dia. Back to Perry. 4 to shoot. 3 to shoot. Behind the back dribble. Spot on the floor. Straight on 3. He airballed it. Shot clock violation. Dogs good defense on that possession.
And it started in the backcourt. I mean, they were pressuring in the backcourt and then just stayed with the ball and pressured it all the way up. As you said, Ole Miss, that was a horrible shot they took, but it was the only thing they could do was just kind of throw it up there because the shot clock was and did run out on them.
Jordan Ross letting the ball roll in the backcourt. Now he picks it up over the half-court line to his right. On the baseline, picks up his dribble, he's double-teamed. To Bailey, here comes a quick three, hits the back of the rim, no good.
We're not getting second chances now with no Somto in there, either to block guys off the boards or to go get a rebound himself.
James Scott got the rebound for Ole Miss that time on the miss by Bailey. They have a 14-point lead in the ball. A.J. Storr at 6'5", Kansas transfer, among other schools. Hands it to Perry. Floater, alley-oop lob to Scott, and he finishes with a two-handed dunk from the right side of the rim. Nice execution by the Rebels that time. 57-41, they lead.
They penetrated into the paint, drew the defender, and then there was nobody back behind them there to defend the rim.
Ross gets in deep, forces it up right at the top of the restricted zone, and he draws contact and a foul, and he's got a three-point play coming up, or an opportunity for one anyway. Basket is good for Jordan Ross. That's his first points of the game, coming late here with 10:02 to go. 57-43. And Ross to the line for an and one. 81% free throw shooter this season. The left-hander from Utah. Free throw good.
Well, he got it back to 13.
57-44. Ball stolen by the Dogs. Bailey with an incredible save into Wilkins. Ross has it left wing, cross court to Bailey. Quick feed to Jake for three. Short on the three ball. And a foul on the rebound by Ole Miss. Travis Perry called for the foul. That's his third.
Is it my imagination, or are we playing at a whole different level of energy right now? Would you agree
I would
with
agree with that, yeah. At least here in the last couple of minutes or so. 57-44. Dogs were down 23. The lead is 13 currently for Ole Miss. So we've trimmed 10 points off the deficit. Ross attacks to the basket. They push him again and a foul. He goes sliding into the basket support. 2 shots for Jordan coming. Clock stopped with 9:43 to go. Foul on Scott. And that's 4 on the Ole Miss big man. They're going to review that.
Looks like it.
Mike wants to talk to one of the officials. He's talking to Owen Short now, who's holding the basketball and went walking rapidly in Mike's direction on the Georgia bench.
Well, Doug Shows told him to talk to the official.
Mike's still barking. Not happy at all with, I'm not sure what his disagreement is. He's hot, though. I know that. Ross at the line for Georgia, going to miss the first free throw, hit the back of the rim. Dogs tonight, 7 of 13 on free throws. We've left some on the floor, obviously. Jordan, second free throw, in the air, good. He hits one and misses one, and it's a 12-point Ole Miss lead. 57-45. Dogs with backcourt pressure. They thread the needle at half court, get it to Store. Ross went for the steal. Got a deflection, but the ball goes out of bounds on the side court right next to the Ole Miss
I give
bench.
Jordan credit, too. As soon as he deflected, he realized it was off him, but he started pointing the other way. He was trying to sell that. He was trying to sell it.
Ole Miss maintains the possession. They inbound it in backcourt to Jiffa. Keza Jiffa one-hands it to his left to Comerdine. To Dia, head of the key. They go on the right wing now to Perry with 7 to shoot. Store at the elbow. Jumper, front of the rim, no good. Catchings with a rebound for the Dogs. We're down a dozen. Catchings with a basketball to Wilkinson. Can we get it to single digits on this possession? Catchings attacks for a 2. A runner, good. Right down the lane. Long strides towards the basket. We've got it to 10.
I didn't think we'd see 10. This is
57-47.
Terrific effort by the Dogs here.
Dogs just hustling all over the floor now. Ole Miss basketball, they slow it down in the half court. Store with a left-hand dribble, picked up by Bailey defensively. Goes to Jiffa, works outside the 3 into the corner to Comerdine. He kills the dribble. They feed Dia, double-teamed underneath. Tried to lay it up. He misses, left it well short. Dogs rebound it with Bailey. Justin attacks, one-hander all the way to the rack. Missed it. Tap in, Dylan James, it's good. And it's down to single digits.
It's an 8-point game.
57-49. Dylan James with his first points of the game. Comerdine turns it over. Dogs with a steal. Ross, kick out in the corner. Catchings, 3-ball. Cannonball coming at you. It's good. And a timeout, Ole Miss. Dogs have cut it to 5. 57-52. With 8:09 to go. What a run by the Dogs. 11 straight points in less than 2 minutes. A 20-2 run, Chuck, over the last 4.5.
You know what? I just told you just a few minutes ago, at that same point, 11 minutes in the game prior to this, Tennessee was down 10 to Auburn. They went on a 20-0 run and led by 10.
Must be the floor. Dogs down 5. We haven't seen the team this close since early in the first half. 8:09 to go. We got a timeout in Nashville. The Rebels 57. The Dogs now 52. on the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Big games and big bills have one thing in common. They don't happen alone. We're the United Association of Plumbers, Pipe Fitters, and HVACR Technicians Local 72, and we're training the next generation of mechanical pros in Athens, Atlanta, and across the state of Georgia. The pipeline to your future starts here. Visit UA72.org.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became the best-selling trucks in America. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough. The best-selling trucks in America for 49 years and counting. Based on 1977 to 2025 calendar year industry reported total sales.
Did you know that Creature Comforts is the official craft beer of the Dogs? Tropicalia and Classic City Lager you already know and love. But be sure to grab a Classic City Light this season, clocking in at just 95 calories and 3.5 carbs. Low calorie, but big flavor. Want to enjoy the Creature Comforts of life, dog fans? Then we'll see you at Stegman Coliseum this season or anywhere good cold beer is served. Two great institutions, one town, one team. Go Dogs! Sip 'em. 21 and over, champions drink responsibly.
Georgia was down 23 with 12:59 remaining. It was 55-32. Well, the Dogs have scored 11 straight and 20 of the last 22 points to close the gap to 5 with 8:09 to play. It's 57-52. Rebels still in front. Georgia has not led tonight, but what a push by the Dogs, Chuck, without Santos Surreal in the game.
Yeah, well, once they kind of got it rolling, you sort of felt, and I mentioned to you, the energy level just picked up noticeably on the floor. And once that energy level picked up, suddenly they started getting their hands on passes. They were getting in front of ball handlers, getting in front of guys trying to get open for passes to get shots, and they were making things far more difficult for Ole Miss's offense to operate. And at the same time, Georgia started to move their offense real well, getting the ball moved around, finding open shots and open threes, and then knocking them down.
And Mike White is still having conversations with every official that's in the corner on that side of the floor. Right now, he was just talking with Todd Austin as we continue play now. Ole Miss basketball, they inbound, have to bring it up the length of the floor. Georgia with pressure on the inbounds play. There's Klafke left open briefly for a three. Doesn't pull the trigger. He hands it off to Commerdine instead. Ilias Commerdine at 6'5", dribbles with a left hand. Veteran from France. He goes to Storr. Storr works on Blue.
Deep in the shot clock here.
Deep two, rattles out for Storr. No good. All alone by himself under the basket to rebound is Blue Cane. Dogs with the basketball. Ball off the foot of Wilkinson. Blue picked up the mishandled dribble by Wilkinson and took it inside and distributed a beautiful pass to Dylan James, who dunked it home for the Dogs.
And a three-point game.
57-54. Dogs with 22 out of the last 24 points. There's a three by Travis Perry.
That stops the bleeding momentarily.
60-54. Dogs ball. A lot of time remaining. 7 minutes to go. It's a 6-point game again. Wilkinson drives, right-handed lay-in. Good off the glass. Jeremiah saw a little opening right down the right lane line and scored. Ole Miss having trouble inbounding the basketball. Klafke's picked up the dribble under the basket to our right. They get it over the timeline, plenty of time, and travel with the basketball. They turn it over anyway.
He picked up his dribble. He was trying to make the pass. He kind of mishandled it a little bit, and he took that extra step in trying to regain possession so he could make his pass because he had a guy wide open down on the baseline. All right, now the referees are sending guys to the benches. What's this about? What are they saying, no timeout?
Yeah, the officials are trying to get both teams. They've already brought the stools out onto the floor, ready for a timeout.
Well, what did they think it was, the under 6?
Timeout.
Under 8?
So we're going to continue play here. Both teams thought they were going into a timeout, but we're not. It was a fake timeout. 6:40 to go. 60-56 is our score. Ole Miss with a 4-point lead. Dogs were down 23 in this half. Smurf with the basketball for the Dogs. We work on the right end of the floor, hand off to Blue Cane. Skip it back on the logo to Wilkinson. Jeremiah with a basketball beyond the 3. Works his way down on the left block, tries to lay it up. Shot blocked by James Scott and out of bounds on the Rebels. Dogs possession with 11 on the shot clock. Dos Santos Surreal for the Dogs the rest of the way was ejected in this half on a flagrant 2. Wilkinson for 3 from the corner, no good. Rebound, Catchings, drives for the putback and gets it, floats it up and in from 2 feet away. 13 points, 11 and a half for Cannon.
A 2-point game.
60-58. Unbelievable comeback by the Dogs. 6 minutes to go, we're down 2. It was a 23-point lead for the Rebels. They still have not trailed tonight. Commerdine on the dribble. Feeds Storr. He tucks and runs through the lane, and the Dogs foul it. They got Catchings for the foul, says Todd Austin. That's the second on Cannon. Only the second foul in the half for the Dogs.
Yeah, we've been pretty foul clean this half.
A.J. Storr at the line for Ole Miss. Former St. John's, former Wisconsin, former Kansas player. Now at Ole Miss, free throw good. That's his first point of the second half. He had 11 at halftime. Now he's got 12 in the game. It's a 3-point Ole Miss lead, 61-58.
And after a 20-point first half, we've scored 38 in this one.
62-58, a pair of free throws by the Rebels. 5:44 to go. The Dogs have what it takes left in the tank. Catchings into the lane. Works against Scott. Layup won't go. Rebound tapped out. But Blue Cane retrieves it. And then a foul on Ole Miss. They knock Blue to the floor.
Just their 5th. But is it going to be a shooting foul? Nope.
Foul is on Storr. That's number 2 on him. And Smurf will inbound it right of the basket for Georgia. 20 on the shot clock. Smurf throws it in. Top of the key to Catchings. Cannon backs up, dribbles the basketball. Works against Klafke. Sidestep 3. Front of the rim. No good. Blue taps the rebound to Smurf. He pump fakes on the 3. Gives it to Blue. He'll take it and miss it off the back of the rim.
Oh. They had 2 good looks at it. 2 good looks at it.
Just can't get that 3 ball to drop consistently tonight. 8 of 31 on 3s. Storr drives all the way the length of the floor, pushes Blue out of the way, pump fakes and lays it up and in right under the basket. Georgia with a 3-ball opportunity. Wilkinson misses from the right wing. Rebound Ole Miss. 64-58 Rebels. They've been able to hang on so far despite a flurry by the Dogs. Rebound on the missed jumper collected by Smurf on the run. Cannon for 3 on the right end. Good! One possession game again. 64-61 Rebels. Ole Miss almost turned it over on the inbound. Klafke threw it in and hit one of their players' legs, it looked like, and ricocheted out of bounds, but they say Georgia touched it out somewhere in that ricochet. The Dogs got a hand on it. Jordan Ross going to come into the game for Georgia. Blue Cane to the bench. Catchings, Ross, Wilkinson, James, and Smurf.
And now
Bailey will come in for Jeremiah. Eduardo Klafke, a 6'5" guard, waits to inbound the basketball for Ole Miss. Todd Austin says you can't move along the baseline. You got to hold your ground. They'll throw it in. Looking. They skip it in to Jiffa, right around Catchings. Now they bring it up the length of the floor with a 3-point lead, 4:20 to go. A 23-point rout has turned into a one-possession game here late in this SEC tournament contest. Storr on the dribble along the three-point line, left side of the floor, works against Catchings, through the lane, no look inside, intercepted by the Dogs. Georgia with a steal, Dylan James. Up ahead to Smurf. In the front court, Smurf with a left-hand dribble to the rim. Dylan caught it in the air, missed the dunk. They tried the lob, and Dylan missed the dunk. Ole Miss with the basketball. Comerdine near half court has it. Fakes the drive now. Moves to his left-hand dribble, into the paint. Smurf right there with him. They go to Klafke on the wing, about a yard beyond the three-point line. Through the paint, it's a fader going to his left, good from about 12 feet. Eduardo Klafke, first basket of the game. They lead by 5 again. 3:20 to go. Time getting short. The deficit's still there. Dogs have not led tonight. Dylan James with a handoff to Smurf on the wing. Under the paint, on the baseline. Throws it out, head of the key to Bailey, and he's knocked to the floor. A foul on A.J. Storr for Ole Miss. Will stop the clock at 3:07 to go.
Not a shooting foul, so it'll be 20 seconds on the clock.
That's 6 on the Rebels, so the next one puts the Dogs in the bonus if we get there. 3:07 remaining in the contest. Dogs have made it competitive here in the second half. We trail by 5. 66-61. Ole Miss in front on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Pamlico Pool Company, they've been serving the Middle Georgia area since 1983. When they say they serve Middle Georgia, we mean all of Middle Georgia and the surrounding lake areas. Pamlico Pool Company installs custom Gunite pools and vinyl liner pools designed for any lifestyle. They also do pool renovations and vinyl liner replacements, scheduled weekly or bi-weekly pool maintenance, pool equipment repairs and replacements, and so much more. Check them out today, 2585 North Columbia Street in Milledgeville. Give them a call at 478-452-1003. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or go online to PamlicoPools.com.
Thank you for listening to the Superstations on your radio and online at thesuperstations.com. We talk Georgia sports, the Dogs, Braves, Hawks, and Falcons. And we want you to participate in our talk shows. We want to hear from you about the teams in the state of Georgia. So join us for sports talk about teams in the Peach State on the Superstations and online at thesuperstations.com. Sports talk radio for the state of Georgia. It's Georgia men's basketball on the Superstations.
Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/GoDogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Georgia trailed by 14 at the half. Ole Miss jacked that up to a 23-point lead with just under 13 minutes remaining. The Dogs lost Samso Surreal for a disqualification on a flagrant 2 foul, and they were in a 23-point hole. That's when the comeback began. They went on a 22-2 run to climb back into this thing. We've had it down to one possession a couple of times. It's a 5-point game right now, 66-61. Rebels have led all night. And the lead is down from 23 to 5, Chuck.
When Samto got ejected, I told you then we were going to find out what was in the chest now. This was going to be about heart. Well, I think the Dogs have answered that. They've got the heart. Now we got to find a way to get over the hump here, get that lead. Cannon Catchings can't say he had 2 points at halftime. He's got 19 now. So I mean, he's had a terrific run here in the second half, and we got to keep him going and see if we can't grab a lead, make them play from behind a little bit.
Dogs inbound the basketball in front court with a little more than 3 minutes to go. Catchings on the dribble with a left hand. Step back three straight away. Front of the rim, no good. Rebound off the bounce and a tie-up. James and Jiffa. And the Dogs will have the possession arrow.
Well, that helps.
Georgia gets another crack at it. The Dogs just 26% on threes tonight, 9 of 35. Catchings has 4 of those in this half. Cannon drives left baseline under the basket, passes it out front, intercepted by Storr. He was anticipating. Storr with a basketball, drives inside, a foul on the left end of the floor on the Dogs. The foul was on Smurf, I think was the call from Doug Shows. That's number 2 on the Georgia point guard. And that'll put Storr on the line. 2 shots for A.J. Storr. That's only the 3rd foul of the half for the Dogs. 66-61. Storr, 77% free throw shooter. That one's good. Well, he hurt us in Athens with 27 points, a season high, and he's hurting us tonight. He's got 16. Right-handed shooter from Rockford, Illinois. Free throws are good. He made them both. So the lead's back to 7 now, 68-61. 2:40 to go. Georgia basketball. Ross dribbles. Attacks from the left side. Down on the block. He's still dribbling. Guarded by Klafke. Finds Wilkinson open for a 3. Jeremiah Cole tonight misses another one. Rebound, Ole Miss. We double team and then steal it. Ross attacks to the basket. Lay it. Oh, dished out. No good. He got fouled, though. Ends up on the seat of his pants. He's got 2 shots coming.
I'll tell you what, we have really done well defensively here in the second half, anticipating passes and stealing them.
That was the Dogs' 11th steal of the game, Chuck. Ross back on the line for the Dogs with the clock stopped at 2:21. Need them both. Left-handed shooter. Ross misses the foul shot.
Boy, we have just really struggled at the free throw line tonight.
Oh. 50% tonight from the line. 8 of 16.
Goodness.
And Georgia 5th best in the conference at 76% as a team this season. They hit the second one. Well, again, we go 1 for 2 at the line. 68-62. It's a 6-point lead for the Rebels. They have the basketball. Jiffa into the front court, into the corner. Perry with a shot fake. They'll burn some more time. Jiffa has the dribble, walks it over the center circle. Just inside the half-court line. Catching's defending, but not tightly. Feeds it to Storr on the left wing. 7 to shoot. Storr works against Wilkinson. Step back, side step 3. Won't go. Bounces off the rim. Climbs off the top of the backboard. Hits the shot clock and then falls down through the net.
But that's out of bounds.
Yes. That hit everything. Set the camera on top of the shot clock. Georgia's ball. As soon as Ole Miss makes a substitution, Perry out and Klafke back in. The lead is 6 for Ole Miss. They've led all night by as much as 23 in this half. Georgia's made an amazing comeback, but can they get over the top? James, handoff. Wilkinson sets the screen. Jeremiah 3 won't stay in there. Rebound. James taps it out to Jeremiah. This time he goes in for a 2 and draws contact and a foul. Foul on the Rebels. Stops the clock with 1:36 to go and 2 shots coming for Wilkinson.
I'm not sure that doesn't work to our advantage right there because we did stop the clock, 1:36. So you're talking about, 96 seconds to play in this game.
Wilkinson 3 for 12 tonight, just 1 for 7 on threes. The free throw is good by Jeremiah. Eight points in the game for Wilkinson. Left-handed shooter, free throw, rimmed out. Again, we go 1 for 2. Oh, my goodness. 68-63, 1 at a time for the Dogs. 90 seconds to play. Can we catch the Rebels and advance to play Alabama tomorrow? Perry runs away from Wilkinson. They screen. He hands it off to Comardine on the left wing. Rebels burning clock. 10 to shoot. James throws it into the corner. Klafke with a shot fake on the three and a foul. As he faked and tried to drive, they get Wilkinson for a foul.
More than, they don't get a shot, but really what's as valuable is they get 20 more seconds.
Ole Miss to inbound the basketball. 72 seconds to play in regulation. Comardine bounces it in to Perry on the wing. Quickly to Jiffa on the near side of the floor. Storr has it now. Left-hand dribble through the legs. Works against Wilkinson. Pushes off. Pulls up for a two. Banks shot good. Right off the square. And Storr has just really hurt Georgia for the second straight time this season. 19 for him. Smurf drives. Curls in from the right side. Goes in for a layup. They block the shot and they call a foul. Georgia's asking for the basket to be good on a goaltend. But no, they're going to put the Dogs on the line for two. It's a 70-63 Ole Miss lead, and we're going to pause 10 seconds. Station identification on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
WXKO AM Fort Valley, W226 BZ Macon, W290 BD Montezuma, WCDH FM Pinehurst, WWKM FM Rochelle, the Superstations, a Shanks Broadcasting station.
Smurf at the line for the Dogs, 86% free throw shooter. Number one is all net good for Millender. It's his first point of the half. He's got 7, now 8 as he makes them both. We finally hit 2 in a row, Chuck.
Well, that's certainly different, isn't it?
Now we're 11 for 20 from the line.
Because for a while I was beginning to think maybe that was against the rules for us to make 2 in a row.
70-65. It's a 5-point Ole Miss lead with less than a minute to play. We played most of this half without Samto Surreal. He was ejected earlier on a flagrant 2 foul. Ole Miss beats Georgia's pressure. They have it in front court with Klafke and Perry. Now we try to trap Perry. They're playing keep away. Klafke's got it. Dylan James going to put hands on his hips, on Klafke's hips, around his waist, and called for a foul. First foul on James stops the clock with 40.2.
Gives them 20 more seconds here.
The Dogs with more fouls to give before we get Ole Miss to the line. They lead by 5. They'll inbound from side court in the front. Perry skips it into Storr, back to Perry. Oh, we fouled Perry. Well, he's not going to be shooting yet, so that's not the guy we want to foul to put on the line when it gets to that point.
Well, but when you're giving up the time is what I'm
you got to
concerned
foul
about.
quick. You want to, if the objective is to get him on the line, and you're down 5 with 37 seconds to go, just pick a dude if he's not shooting, and we do that. They inbound it to Jiffa. That's the 6th team foul. So the next one will put Ole Miss on the line.
No, that one did. That
was the 7th. Okay, yeah. I was looking at 6 on the stat sheet. But that was 7th. You're correct. So Jiffa at the line now for Ole Miss. He's an 83% foul shooter. Ross was whistled for that last foul, the 7th on Georgia. What's the holdup here? One of the officials is at the scorer's table. So Georgia takes an opportunity, as does Ole Miss, to get an impromptu timeout in. 70-65, Rebels. Well, they haven't given up the lead despite the flurry by Georgia on a 22-2 run to come from 23 back.
Yeah, and we had it down to, I believe we got it down to 2 at one point, and then
have not taken the lead in this game, however. Jiffa, free throw, left-hander, good. And that is his first point of the game. 6'1" guard from France. A 3-time transfer. Free throw number 2 is good. Well, they have hit their foul shots, and Georgia has not. Dogs attack quickly, running out of time. Smurf all the way to the backboard. Layup good from the left side, and a timeout, Georgia. It's back to 5, 72-67 after the lay-in by Smurf. He's in double figures now with 10.
And now we're in that situation where we're going to need their help. And when I say need their help, we're going to need them to make a mistake with a pass. We're going to need them to miss some free throws. But we definitely need Ole Miss's help at this point.
Dogs were down 14 at the half, trailed by 23 with right around 13 minutes remaining. We've outscored Ole Miss in the second half, 47-38. And we've done the bulk of this work here, this comeback, without Santos Surreal on the floor. He was ejected in this half. Flagrant 2 foul, an elbow to the head of Travis Perry, trying to position for a rebound. I can't say whether it was inadvertent or not.
Yeah, I believe it was inadvertent. He knew that he could sense something back there, but he didn't know if that was the guy's head. I mean, he couldn't see behind him.
But he was ejected for the 8th time this year, disqualified either by foul out or disqualification on a flagrant 2. Ole Miss inbounds the ball against Georgia's pressure. They beat the press into the front court. Clock ticking at 24, and we foul Jeremiah Wilkinson to Perry. Wilkinson with 2. Now Perry to the line, and he's only missed 2 free throws all year. One was in this game earlier.
Oh, so there's precedent.
94% shooter.
Well, we need him to miss his first one. This is 1-1. Well, that didn't sound good.
Free throw by Perry is good. Yeah, their worst free throw shooters are not on the floor, as you might guess. Although James Scott is now on the floor for Ole Miss, and he's only at 50%. But Storr is almost 80, and Perry is over 90, and he misses for the 3rd time this season, the 2nd time tonight. Dogs with the rebound, 73-67. 3 by Catchings, won't go with 16 seconds to play. And Ole Miss rebounds, and what's the call?
Push on Ole Miss.
They called a push on Scott. He's fouled out of the game now. So the 6'10", 225-pounder from Fayetteville, North Carolina, heads back to the bench for the Rebels. And Georgia waiting to shoot a pair of foul shots with 15.9 to go, and the lead 6, 73-67.
I guess they're giving them free timeouts is the only thing I could. They allowed both teams to go to their benches.
Well, you get, 60 seconds to make a substitution on a foul out? Is that
I
still
guess
a rule?
Is that what it was?
That's what it used to be. I don't know if that's still in effect or not. They do give you a little bit of time to make that decision after a player fouls
to do
out.
the eeny, meeny, miny, mo over on the bench.
I mean, they know who's going in. It's like, wait a minute, I'm still deciding. I don't think that really comes into play. Dylan James, meanwhile, is standing at the free throw line where he's been patiently waiting for the basketball so he can shoot the foul shots. Double bonus for Georgia. That was the 10th team foul on Ole Miss. Free throw number 1 by Dylan is good. He rattled it in there. James has 3 points tonight, all in this half. If he hits the second one here, it'll be a 4-point lead for the Rebels with 15.9 to go. Free throw number 2, good. We made them both. We haven't done that a lot tonight. 4-point lead for the Rebs. They look to inbound. They throw it into Storr. We trap him on the baseline, and a foul called on Ross. Storr's hit all of his foul shots tonight for the Rebels. He'll trot down to the left end of the floor. He's 4 for 4 tonight with 19. He's the leading scorer for Ole Miss. 73-69. 13.7 seconds remaining. And here's what Chuck was talking about. We're going to need Ole Miss to help us here. This is a 1-and-1. This is where we need the help. They got it. And we got the rebound. Catchings up to Smurf. Got to move it quickly. Millender slams on the brakes. Now attacks again. Handoff Dylan James. This time he dunks with 5.3. The clock stopped. It's a 2-point game. Dogs call a time. 73-71. Oh, we're not done yet.
No,
we're going to use all the
well,
clock.
we're
going to use all the seconds.
You got a chance here because we've done well on confusing their inbounds passes with our backcourt pressure. They've had to run the baseline a couple of times to try to find somebody. Now, they've been able to do it, but, they weren't doing it earlier because we got a couple of quick turnovers with them. If we can get one here, we got an opportunity to tie this game or even win it. You've seen stranger things happen in basketball.
Oh, sure, yeah.
The odds are against it, but given the fact that this is something that we practice a lot, this kind of pressure, backcourt pressure, and this is also, something that they've struggled with a little bit here and shown an indication to sometimes turn the ball over in this situation. Maybe this will happen again, and we'll get a crack at it. All we're asking for is a chance.
Well, I think we've put ourselves in that situation.
Yeah, listen.
Making it a 2-point game here with 5.3 seconds remaining. Ole Miss trying to go wire to wire in the SEC tournament for the second straight night for the 15 seed. How unusual was that?
Very. But you know what else? We've scored 51 points in the second half. 51. We had 20 in the first half.
Yeah, that was our worst scoring half all season long.
And
Ole Miss to throw it in with Perry.
If we end up losing this by 2, we're going to look back at some missed free throws and think.
Yeah, a lot of stuff. There's a bunch of those. Perry moves along the baseline, catching his guarding, bounces it into Jiffa, got a foul quickly, and Jeremiah over to commit the violation with 3.8 seconds left. And it'll be Keza Jiffa shooting free throws for Ole Miss.
I got to tell you something now. Now that basket's not quite as big when he steps to that line because he desperately needs this first one to go. Actually, he needs both of them, but he desperately needs his first one.
That's the 10th team foul on Georgia. So
it is, so he gets 2.
Yeah, it's going to be 2 foul shots.
I didn't realize. I thought it was a 9.
The monitor's a little bit slow in changing because that caught me on the previous one. They're looking at the clock today. They added a 1/10 of a second. So 3.9 seconds. Jiffa at the line. Well, if he makes them both, they'll ice it. Georgia won't have an opportunity. And there's the door is open. Jiffa misses the first foul shot. And with a timeout, Georgia.
Yeah. And with that, Mike White wants to go to the chalkboard and show us how he's going to get a 3-point shot off.
Well, before the game, we were amazed that Somto was trying a lot of half-court shots. They're just kind of at the end of their warm-ups, but he's not available. Smurf was out there doing the same thing. So maybe that's what it's going to come down here to. Ironically, with 3.9 seconds to go, Ole Miss will have another free throw to take from Keza Jiffa.
Well,
they lead 73-71.
There's the end of the timeout.
So if he hits the foul shot, they'll be up 3, and Georgia will have to have a 3 to extend the game. If he misses it, the door is left open, and the Dogs can win it with a 3 if they can hustle it up the floor in 3.9 seconds. Ole Miss has pulled everybody off the foul lane.
And if you're Ole Miss, I'm not sure what you'd prefer. Do you want to have him make it and then give them a chance to tie where they can actually run a play? Or would you rather them have to scramble with a rebound?
Well, he makes the free throw. And now Ole Miss will call a timeout. Now we'll see, the age-old question since the three-point shot
hey,
was added to the arsenal is do you want to foul? And put Georgia on the line instead of giving them opportunity to tie the game with a three.
Or, as we have seen, foul in the act of shooting, and you don't want that. That could go in and then put us on the line for the winning free throw.
That's why they would probably, I would guess they'd foul in the backcourt.
Well, you would think so, but we may make
because there's not much time left, so
we may try to make the pass into the front court. Oh, you know what? So glad I don't coach. It's just really, and I know there are a lot of people out there listening that are going, yeah, amen to that.
74-71. Ole Miss has led all night. It was a precarious lead here in the second half because Georgia's gotten it down after trailing by 23 points with 13 minutes to play. They came roaring back. A 22-2 run got them back in the ball game. They've gotten as close as 2, but have not been able to tie or take the lead. And now they're going to have one more opportunity here, down 3 with 3.9 seconds to go here in this SEC tournament game. Oklahoma and Texas A&M waiting in the wings to take the floor for the last game of the session today.
They have somebody assigned to Cannon Catchings. And he is right in Cannon's jersey.
That's Klafke on him. Ross runs the baseline unguarded, looking. Fires it into Smurf, and they reach in and foul as Smurf shoots. And
he was shooting.
No, two shots. They say he wasn't in the act. Georgia's bench is saying he was shooting. He threw it up when they fouled, but they put Smurf on the line. So Smurf's got 2 shots with the team down 3. 3 seconds even remaining on the clock, so 9/10 escaped on that play by the Dogs. Free throw number 1 is good. 2-point game, 74-72, Ole Miss in front.
All right.
Absent in and James in for rebounding.
Do you miss this?
Well, apparently they've subbed James and Absent in, so yeah.
Is that a dead giveaway?
I'm thinking it might be. It's not for offense, it's for rebounding. Maybe a tap in, something like that. Smurf at the line. Coaches are talking to him right now. What do you want me to do? Smurf with his jersey untucked has 1 shot. Catchings behind him to his right. Wilkinson behind him to his left. Free throw. Line drive. We tap it out. Ole Miss gets the rebound in the corner, and we foul with 0.3 seconds left. Well, we had a chance. Smurf threw a line drive. He hit the backboard and the rim. James tapped out the rebound into the corner, but Ole Miss beat us to the loose ball.
Well,
and now Perry is going to shoot free throws on the other end to ice the game.
But I give the Dogs full credit for that comeback. What a great comeback. And you want to talk about heart, and they had to have it. Had to have it after Sompto was tossed.
Ole Miss 0.3 seconds from upsetting Georgia here and advancing to the quarterfinals of the SEC tournament where they'll face Alabama tomorrow. Perry hits the free throw. And one more will do it. And only 0.3 seconds remain, and that free throw is good, and that's going to be the ball game. Georgia will throw it in. Smurf will let it bounce. He'll pick it up at half court, throw up a half court shot, hits the front of the rim, and that's the ball game. Ole Miss a winner, 76-72.
Well, Scott, I'm disappointed, and at the same time, I'm proud of this team for the heart and effort that they showed in that second half, particularly when everything went against them there in that first 6 or 7 minutes. And they found themselves down 23, and they come back to make a ball game out of it. And let me tell you something. There were some folks sitting over there on that Ole Miss bench that they could have been sitting on a dime and tell you what year it was minted. Because it was
tight, huh?
Yeah, because we made it an uncertain thing for them. and they thought they had it when they were up 23.
Well, the SEC tournament has not been our place to make hay recently, at least in the decade of the 20s. The Dogs have lost 5 of the last 6 SEC tournament games, and we go 1-out here in Nashville tonight.
You know, but we've got another tournament ahead of us.
That's the upside.
And it's the one that everybody wants to be in. And we're not, thank goodness, we're not in the position that Auburn finds itself in of having to try to get in front of the microphones and make a pitch as to why they belong. You know, we know we're in. We're going to, find out on Sunday what our seed is and where we go and who will play, and then we'll prepare and take it from there.
Georgia loses to Ole Miss tonight here in the SEC tournament, 76-72. The Dogs now 22-10 for the year. Ole Miss with back-to-back wins in this tournament, and they have not trailed in this tournament yet. They went wire to wire against Texas last night, did the same thing to the Dogs tonight.
Yeah, and like you said before, that's amazing.
They're now 14-19 and just playing for the heck of it because they have nowhere to go after this tournament. Stay tuned for the Regions Locker Room Report. Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, the official bank of the SEC. Ole Miss a winner tonight, 76-72. Our post-game coverage straight ahead here on the Bulldogs Sports Network.
At Piedmont, quality care changes lives. Meet Brad, a healthy former Marine who unexpectedly suffered 5 heart attacks and then heart failure. He credits Piedmont with saving his life.
The teamwork it took to provide me a path forward through a surprise heart failure and almost 5 months of intensive care in 3 different Piedmont hospitals is difficult for me to even imagine, but you guys nailed it. How do you thank someone for the gift of life?
Hear more at Piedmont.org/quality care. Piedmont, real change lives here.
Enjoy more ways to save at Kroger, like low prices in every aisle. And when you download the Kroger app, you can clip and save more with digital coupons every week. Plus, you can earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. At Kroger, you can enjoy more ways to save and more rewards every time you shop. So it's always easy to save big every day with savings and rewards. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Savings may vary by state. Fuel restrictions apply. See site for details.
Don't go anywhere. The Dogs are coming right back. You're listening to the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network.
Zaxby's just put all the other chicken chains on.
The Superstations provide you, the sports fan, with local sports content on the radio and online at thesuperstations.com. Reach out on social media, Facebook at The Bill Shanks Show, and follow Bill on Twitter at Bill Shanks and at The Bill Shanks Show. If you have a question or comment about our programming or have an interest in advertising, email thesuperstations@yahoo.com. Local Georgia sports on the Superstations. Now, back to Georgia men's basketball on the Superstations.
Everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
On the Georgia Bulldogs Sports Network. Welcome to the Locker Room Report, presented by Regions. Get the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Coming up, reaction from the Dogs locker room, stats, and a look again at other games around the SEC and across the country. Now, let's go back courtside.
Back here in Nashville, along with Chuck Dowdle and producer and engineer Adam Gillespie, I'm Scott Howard. Matt Schweikert in the Piedmont Healthcare Network studios. And this is the Regions Locker Room Report. Put an extra Go Dogs in your wallet with the Georgia Bulldogs Regions Visa debit card or prepaid Regions Now card. Order at regions.com/Go Dogs. Regions, official bank of the SEC. Ole Miss eliminates Georgia from the SEC tournament, 76-72. 72. Could have been a lot uglier than it turned out to be because Ole Miss built a 23-point lead with 13 minutes to go in the game, Chuck, before Georgia's furious comeback got them back into this contest. They actually had a chance to tie or win the game.
We had a chance to tie it. Listen, we went on an 11-0 run. We're down 23. We went on an 11-0 run that cut it down to 12 points. And then at that point, we started whittling it down, getting it down into single digits. And then suddenly, next thing you knew, we had it down to one possession. And then we had an opportunity at a dunk that would have gotten us to within 1 point, and we missed the dunk. But, I mean, that's how this game went. This was a close basketball game at the end, much closer than Ole Miss thought it was going to be at about the 15-minute mark, as they thought they were about to, take their taillights and hide them from Georgia. But that's not the way it worked out at all, and the Dogs showing a lot of heart, and that great comeback that they made, that great run, spearheaded by Cannon Catchings and also by terrific pressure defensively. And that was something that it was a whole different energy level. And if we'd come out and played with that energy level right from the get-go, this game would have never been in question for us. But we didn't have that energy level until we were down 23 and Santo was ejected. And then suddenly our energy picked up. We started making shots. We started getting steals. We started, forcing turnovers and getting rebounds, getting second chance opportunities. Those are the things that if we'd been doing all along, we'd have never been in this predicament. But like I say, as it is, look, this is behind us now. We've got the big dance ahead of us next week, and we've just got to, bury this one and get ready to go.
Let's select our electrifying player of the game, brought to you by Georgia's Electricians, IBEW, local union 613. Cannon Catchings led the comeback with 19 points, the bulk of those in the second half. What do you have, 17 in the second half?
He had 2 in the first and 17 in the second.
He was 7 for 16 shooting, which when you compare that to the rest of the team, the shooting numbers, that's off the chain. 4 for 10 on threes. He had 6 rebounds in the game. Cannon Catchings, our electrifying player of the game, leading Georgia tonight. He was the only Bulldog in double figures, as a matter of fact, with 19 points. 76-72, our final Ole Miss.
That's amazing when you look at that. The game that we just came off of, Mississippi State, where we had 5 guys in double figures. We had 5 in double figures in Starkville and 1 here.
This is the Region's locker room report. Ole Miss winner. Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that. Ole Miss a winner over Georgia, eliminating the Dogs from this SEC tournament. They'll play Alabama tomorrow. And then the final game of the day here in day 2 is getting ready to crank up right in front of us here as Oklahoma and Texas A&M have taken the floor in an old Southwest Conference matchup about to occur here in Nashville as we'll close out day 2 of the SEC tournament. Region's locker room report will continue. We'll hear the comments of some Georgia players and Coach Mike White in the post-game press conference coming up here in just a little bit. So stay with us as we continue. Region's locker room report, 76-72, the final. Ole Miss over Georgia tonight here on the Bulldog Sports Network.
The improbable, the unthinkable, the unbelievable. They beat Arkansas and go wire to win the SEC tournament.